Developing forms in Google Docs. After you sign on to Google Drive, you would either go into an existing folder or you could simply create a new folder, or in this case I'm going to go and create a Google form directly. As of the time of this video, Google recently created a new format which I personally don't care for, and if I can pull this up high enough, you'll see down at the bottom there's a little icon of a person running, and it's running back to the old format. So I am going to run back to the old format right now, and you'll see a slight difference here. I find it much easier to work with the old format, and also there happen to be a lot of templates that you can use when you use this format. So I click the backwards running person icon, and this is where I'm at now. The first thing you want to do is create a name for your form, and I'm going to call it My Form. I'm going to click into that box, and I'm going to call it My Form. And then I'm going to give it a description for gathering data. You will be displaying this to the reader, so you want to think about what will help them understand the purpose of the form. You do have some options as to how you may want to present this form, and you would complete those according to your needs. Now, from here, you simply create the questions. You use the edit button if you need to edit something, but I put in a simple question. I'm going to ask for somebody's name, and you can put in a help area which gives them more information, and then you pick the type of question. In this case, I simply want text, and so it'll give me the space. It's important to say whether this is a required question. Of course, you want their name if it's not an anonymous survey. Here's another example. Based on your needs, you would fill in the information, and in my case, I want to give them an option of adding a different location, so I'm going to click Other, and that will prompt them to type in a description. And once again, you determine whether this is going to be required and whether it's done, your survey's completed, or whether you want to add another item. Now I switched over to a form I did earlier to show you some other types of features. Now I'm showing the form itself, and when I scroll over it, the editing feature comes up. And let's look at this leaf type. You'll see that when I entered it as a multiple choice, and I filled in just different numbers. Now what's useful is that you have the opportunity to duplicate something that you've already done. It was by using this duplicate feature I was able to generate this particular one on the leaf edge, and I'll click to open it, and you can see that I just went in and just changed some of the descriptions. I didn't have to do everything again. Here's another one that I created, approximate quantity of leaves. Now let me decide to duplicate that. Okay, so it's here, but I want to change the words. So I just edited the text a bit to put in the quantity of bugs that were found, which might be something else you want to keep. And when I'm finished, I could just click away, and this question is now ready for publication. One thing that I do find in general, you do want to have a place where you can have comments, and I'll just edit this so you can see how that was put in. It was simply choosing the paragraph text, and they can put in their longer answers. And when you really are finished getting as much information as you want, you would click Done. As the final point now on creating the video, I'm going to change the theme. That's something that is not in the newer version, and that's part of why I like to go to the older version. You'll see there are a number of themes to the side. You can, in the newer version, put in images on the top, which is nice. But what I do like about this particular theme is that when I create the theme, it not only puts in a different color in the top, but you may notice that it actually allows me to have colored lettering and reduced font sizes. So it takes care of some of the formatting there as well. And I'll just show you how quickly you can make a change. And let's put this into the bookish form. You'll see that this gets reflected easily through the entire form that you've created. So you can create your theme. We'll look in another video at how you can actually start collecting responses from this. Create forms for collecting data in many different ways.